A palace hallway. Quiet footsteps. A young girl clutches her father's hand. Everyone assumes she's just another royal child. But they're wrong. She's watching, learning, preparing. Before anyone realizes it, she is already rising. From the moment Princess Leonor was born, Spain felt a shift it didn't yet understand. She arrived into a country still adjusting to a modern monarchy, into a family balancing tradition with a rapidly changing world. Cameras flashed, names were whispered, and history quietly took note. She wasn't just an infant. She was the seed of a new era. Leonor's childhood was shaped by two powerful worlds, the centuries-old expectations of the Spanish crown and the contemporary upbringing her parents insisted upon. King Felipe VI was determined to raise her with respect for heritage, protocol, and duty. Queen Letizia, once a journalist, fought for her daughters to grow as thinkers, communicators, empathetic leaders of a world far different from the past. This dynamic created a unique foundation. Leonor wouldn't simply inherit a crown. She would grow into it. At home, she learned discipline. But in private moments, she was simply a child, curious, playful, protective of her younger sister Sofía. Family insiders would later reveal that Leonor often tried to take care of Sofía, even as a toddler. It wasn't forced. It was natural, a quiet hint of leadership emerging in the smallest gestures. Her early appearances were brief, cautious, designed to protect her. Yet even then, people noticed the way she held herself, straight posture, aware of the room, listening to everything around her. She was rarely restless, rarely distracted. It seemed she understood that her life was playing out on both visible and invisible stages. As she grew, education became a priority. She wasn't raised to be symbolic, she was raised to be prepared. Languages came first. Spanish, English, some French, later Arabic and Catalan. Each new phrase was another step toward international duty. Schoolmates remember her as reserved but warm, focused, and surprisingly funny when she felt safe. She was learning to balance the serious weight of her birthright with the simple human need to connect. And just as she began forming her identity, the world began watching more closely. The media analyzed her expressions, her outfits, her voice during speeches. Some were cynical, some were hopeful, yet Leonor continued growing behind palace doors, shielded from the pressures that could easily overwhelm someone her age. Then came her first major moment, standing beside her father as he addressed the nation. It lasted seconds, but it changed public perception. She wasn't merely present. She was attentive, calm, absorbing everything. Spain had seen future heirs before, but this felt different, more intentional, more active. Curiosity deepened. Who was she becoming? What kind of queen would she be? The answers appeared in small doses. During school visits, Leonor didn't just smile and walk. She asked questions. She sat with students. She leaned forward, listened, reacted. Her parents didn't have to correct her manner, she instinctively understood that leadership begins with listening. Her relationship with Sofía also provided insight into her character. The sisters share laughter, quiet glances, and moments of mutual support that cameras only occasionally capture. Leonor's protective nature is matched by Sofía's loyalty, their bond a rare balance of sisterhood and future hierarchy. Many wonder if this closeness will shape a more collaborative monarchy, breaking the stereotype of lonely rulers. Public ceremonies became tests. Every engagement required poise. Every speech was dissected. Her voice, once shy and soft, gradually found confidence. Not loud, but firm. Not dramatic, but sincere. She didn't try to perform royalty. She learned to embody it. Behind the scenes, Queen Letizia encouraged emotional intelligence, reminding Leonor that modern leadership demands empathy, not distance. King Felipe guided her through constitutional knowledge and global awareness, showing her the weight and history she would one day inherit. The blend was potent, intellect from her mother, duty from her father. She is being shaped by both the heart and the institution. As she entered adolescence, Spain witnessed her transformation. Her education expanded internationally, signaling preparation for global diplomacy. Her public speeches addressed youth, education, and innovation. She wasn't echoing her parents. She was finding her own voice. The world noticed, and Spain began to feel a new sense of pride. Then came the moment that defined her path, stepping forward publicly as heir with responsibilities of her own. Not a child beside the throne, but a future queen in active formation. She spoke clearly, acknowledging her obligation to serve Spain with dedication and respect. It wasn't scripted emotion. It was personal conviction. Questions linger, of course. Will she modernize the monarchy? How will she navigate a digital world, political pressures, and a generation demanding authenticity? And can a young woman raised in both privilege and accountability balance what Spain expects with who she truly is? The curiosity loops continue because her story is still unfolding. What is clear, however, is that Leonor is not being crafted to repeat the past, she is preparing to redefine it. The monarchy she will inherit will not be one of untouchable figures but of visible service, communication, and connection. Her Gen Z upbringing gives her tools no previous monarch possessed: exposure to diversity, media literacy, and a sense of global identity. And yet, she must still carry centuries of tradition on her shoulders. The challenge is complex, emotional, human. She must be relatable yet dignified, modern yet anchored in heritage. A symbol and a person. A queen and a daughter. Through every step, Leonor remains grounded. Observers say she values privacy, cherishes her sister, respects her parents, and maintains a calm temperament. She carries the crown's future not with pressure but with purpose. Spain has watched her grow, sometimes skeptically, sometimes admiringly. But the closer she gets to the throne, the more evident her impact becomes. She represents continuity without stagnation, progress without rebellion, modernity without abandoning identity. Her journey isn't just royal. It's deeply human. A girl becoming a leader. A daughter becoming a queen. A future unfolding in real time, with all its expectations, emotions, and powerful potential. And as she takes each step forward, from childhood halls to international platforms, from shy smiles to confident speeches, one thing becomes unmistakably clear: Princess Leonor is rising not because she was chosen by birth, but because she is choosing to serve. Her reign has not yet begun. But her influence already has. This is the rise of Princess Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, shaped by tradition, guided by family, and strengthened by the promise of her generation. Her story is still being written, and the world is watching.